Alright, this is the project file for House Arrest featuring Matthew Ruff. And this was a lot of fun to make. This was just a cool, kind of a classic sounding house track. And the first thing that I was working on was just this free synth I have, V-Station, and I just had this pad. And I just put this chord thing on it, so every time I play one note, it automatically plays these other notes on top to make a chord. Then with the delay that it had in the preset, it just kind of had that cool housey sound. And I also added on an arpeggiator just so I could kind of groove with it a little bit. You know what I mean? Just kind of like jamming out on that a little bit. And from there I added this cool drum loop that I had. There's this guy I used to watch on YouTube a lot called Sadowik, and he did a lot of house stuff. And he had this pack of cool house loops, and this is it by itself. I took out the low end. I just wanted that high part. Then I added some of my own fat drums on top of that. And I did a whole demo of the song and I just sent it to Matt Ruff, and he sent me his vocals, which I was really happy to hear. They sounded awesome. I'm just going to solo these by themselves.
Stuck for too long, this danger zone, this labyrinth, it feels so wrong. If it's all make-believe, why can't we count to 3 and click our heels, say it's not real, I'll wake up from this dream.
And that's all the delays and things that I added on. So it's been a lot of fun to work on this track. This came along really quickly. I did the beat in one day and then he sent me his vocal and I chopped it up and did some other things. It was really quick. So the next thing I want to show you is kind of what it was like just chopping up the vocal and how that process went. So in Ableton you can put markers where you want the splices to be. So once you assign those, you can chop the whole thing up to its own MIDI track and then just kind of play with the vocals that way. So I had fun making that, and then I just chopped up his vocal for the verse parts. Did some other fun things like pitching down the vocals, things like this.
That's it. That's it.
It was just really fun to have a professionally recorded vocal from someone I know, rather than just finding something on Splice and knowing that anyone else has access to that same vocal. So this one was a lot of fun. I'm still finalizing the mix. I want to make it as good as I can, and I'm going to be dropping that on Saturday, so I'm looking forward to that. Big shout out to Matthew Ruff for being featured. It was a lot of fun working with you.